What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to rank my top 10 most anticipated movies in 2023. Just right off the jump here, I do want to make it very clear, not really a movie guy. Used to be a movie guy, probably 6-7 years ago. Used to see a lot of movies every single year between like 30 and 40, so like real time, I would argue. Nowadays, it's a lot less. Now it is 10, 15, 20 movies a year. So just want to throw that out there. You're going to see my list. It's not going to be, normal, I would say. It's going to be a little abnormal. But here we go. I do want to give an honorable mention to Transformers. So the reason I put Transformers as an honorable mention is I want to see if, based off what I heard, if they can do it 2 times in a row. I actually haven't seen Bumblebee yet, so I kind of need to, and then I would, watch this one. And hey, if they nail it twice in a row, the Michael Bay ones are fun for what they are. I think they lost a lot of what makes them good, in my opinion, towards the latter half of them. But overall, I'm still a Transformers fan generally, so we'll see how it is. But now in the top 10 and starting out at number 10 is Ant-Man, right? So the newest, the third Ant-Man film is upon us. I'll be honest, I mean, like the Marvel films just aren't doing it for me generally. They're okay. I like Doctor Strange generally. Thor was I actually didn't see Black Panther 2 yet. So, in terms of Marvel, a part of me did die with, Endgame back with Avengers. So I'm not into it as much as I was. But I'm still generally, excited for it. I liked Loki. In fact, the Loki show was, I think, the best thing they've done probably since that, movies or shows in general. So I am a fan of Kang and what they started to do there. So we'll see how Ant-Man goes. And it still does make a top 10. And this is a big year. 2023 is a gigantic year for films. So Ant-Man just kind of squeaks by a little bit as number 10. Number 9, I did Indy 5, The Dial of Destiny. I don't like that name at all. I don't think the D's flow off of each other, but regardless, the trailer looks good. The trailer looks very good. The issue is the last Indiana Jones film was not good. The also issue is Indiana Jones and Harrison Ford are a little bit older now, and as they were actually in the last time, and I just don't know if modern day, and you got to remember, this is Lucasfilm. In my opinion, the same higher ups, now maybe not obviously like the director, but these are some people responsible for the, in my opinion, murder of Star Wars. So to trust that they can end Indiana Jones right, I mean, forgive me if I say I don't have complete confidence in them. Again, I mean, you have to balance it. Trailer looked awesome. I think it's very possible the movie could be very good, and I hope it's good. On the other hand, not a good track record. So, like, over the last, let's say, 10 years, not very good track record at all. So, and also the last Indiana Jones film. So, you balance that, you end up getting to 9, where I pray that this is a good send-off, and I pray that Harrison Ford does a great job, and I hope that that all happens. Number 8, I'm doing Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. This one looks fun. Like, the cast is awesome. I like a lot of the cast that's in this movie. The film just looks like it's going to enjoy itself and be something, well, it's something a little bit different, right? So, like, so far on this list, we have 2 sequels to things that already happened. Now, Dungeons & Dragons being, I guess, an adaptation, but I mean, you can kind of do your own thing. You can really go wild. And the trailer looks like a lot of fun. It's got action. It's got actually, now, the issue, I feel like this is a box office bomb, like, in the making, that you can kind of see where, but it may be really good. Like, I think, honestly, how it may all kind of settle is the movie's good, but it's just budget is so big. I think the budget actually for this movie is pretty big, and just people don't care enough to see it. Like, I don't know if this would turn a profit. But with that being said, do I necessarily care? Well, I'm not the filmmaker, so I don't need the money. So it doesn't really matter for me. Give me a good time. Give me action. Give me comedy. Give me something a little original. Give me a cool cast. All that stuff looks like it's there, and I'm in. And, based off this list, it's higher than some other movies. So I'm excited for this one. Number 7 is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. A little low, maybe, compared to what you would imagine. And you'll see, again, I mean, my list is a little bit weird. I have some high ones that maybe wouldn't be as high for other people. I really liked the first film, so it's not to take anything away from it. I think this movie can be and probably will be absolutely amazing. I would argue, I'm going to look at my list just a little bit. I mean, these top 7 most likely, it's a big year. It's a really big year for films, and I think that a lot of my favorite films of next year may actually be pretty close to each other. So again, I really enjoyed the first one. This one looks awesome. Well, the trailer, I'll be honest, the trailer didn't like hit me super hard. I guess the general goal of the trailer just to show all the variations of Spider-Man stuff, which is fine, but the trailer didn't get me like insanely pumped. I have no doubt that the movie is gonna again, like, I don't want to give too many like absolute guarantees, but I'm really hoping the movie delivers, and I think it will. Number 6, I gotta go with the Super Mario Bros. Movie. I know, call me crazy, you can do it in the comments multiple times in this video, but the movie looks incredible. I mean, okay, Chris Pratt is really, and to me, I don't, and I'm not saying people that do this are like this. I think there are some people online that just hate Chris Pratt, like generally. So anytime you have an opportunity to go after him, it's an easy thing, right? I'm not saying every criticism of him in this movie, and I'm not even saying he's the right choice, because I don't think he actually is, but I'm not on the Chris Pratt like hate bandwagon. I don't hate him. I don't see why people do. And based off the trailers, this is just an honest assessment, he sounds like he's getting better with each trailer, I think, and not even like he's been pulled in to do like additional recording lines. I just think generally they picked wrong things, or like it may sound better in content, like things like that. I really believe that's possible. And beyond that, I don't know how much he's going to talk. It may be actually carried a lot by other people talking. So we'll see how that goes. But beyond that, I mean, this is a visually insane movie. I mean, like, it looks incredible, and it looks like a film for all ages, but a film that everybody can enjoy. Jack Black, I mean, come on, right, as Bowser. So the movie, in my opinion, I really think this movie is gonna hit, and I hope it does. And the Chris Pratt thing maybe is, but really, like, for me, Charlie Day as Luigi, I don't like that. I maybe am like that for people that are like, I'm the equivalent for people that hate Chris Pratt. I don't hate Charlie Day, but people that are going after Chris Pratt for his like voice acting as Mario, I'm maybe going after Charlie here over there for Luigi. I don't think he's any better. So that's just a personal opinion. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how much the brothers actually talk, considering I don't think they're going to really talk all that much. Number 5 is Guardians of the Galaxy 3. High up there, right? And the thing for me, I've actually had a pretty slow burn when it came to Guardians. When the first movie came out, maybe I suffered from some sort of like syndrome where, people saw it. I don't think I saw the first one like right away. I definitely saw it in theaters, but I didn't see it right away. And all of the positivity and all of the just how amazing it is, maybe that soured me a little bit, because when I saw it, I was like, this is good, but it's not the greatest thing ever created like people say it was. In fact, even more controversially, for the second film, I really liked the second film. In fact, I would argue, and I'll have to rewatch them. I'm going to rewatch them. But at the time, I liked 2 better than 1. I did. And I think I'm in the minority with that. But it's been a slow burn because I haven't been as big. But like the game that just came out last year, which was an incredible thing. Even the Christmas special I thought was actually really good. So I'm like elevating I'm liking it more and more as time goes on. So I'm really, I mean, all that stuff is the past, not even talking about Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Basically, I'm like a slow burning kind of fan who's getting more and more pumped and is appreciating the franchise more and more as time goes on. So I felt it deserved a pretty high spot on this list. Okay, these last couple, right? It's 4, 3, and 2. All of those could be shuffled, I would argue. They're very close to each other. But at number 4 is going to be Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Mission Impossible, I think, is a phenomenal franchise. And I've thought that, I mean, like, I have seen the originals. It's been such a long time. My mom actually originally saw all of them, and I think I watched them with her. But leading into 5, I think I watched all of them back to back. So I do have knowledge of them all. I think I really started to like them at 4 or maybe 5. But since then, these movies, like, this is the best spy franchise, I believe, out there, because it's got literally everything. It has a little bit of humor. It's got the biggest high-octane action things, and with Tom Cruise, I mean, they're going for it, right? It's got suspense. It's got some twists. It's got some emotion when characters are removed from the picture, let's say. I mean, it's got it all. I love this franchise, and I'm really happy with what they've done with it. And the last movie he done with Top Gun, I feel like this one's going to be a slam dunk. So I was debating putting this is number 4. This could be swapped with any of them, to be honest. because number 3 is John Wick Chapter 4. A little odd. Number 3 is John Wick Chapter 4. But no, I mean, John Wick is an incredible franchise. I love it. I love the martial arts to it, all the hand-to-hand stuff, and I guess even the more weapon usage that they've been doing as of late. It's getting a little like, I mean, they're building it, and they're really making it big. And so I do think eventually you're going to hit your max. I don't know if they did it yet. It could be this one. But yet again, every time you think that, they show at least the trailer for the next film, and you say, oh, I'm just going to shut up now, because, I mean, it's incredible. And that's really, like, you know, was 3 the peak of, like, how far they could go? Nope, not based off the it's off a trailer, yeah, but, I mean, you could have said the same thing before, like, after the second one. You would have said, holy Jesus, can they do more? And then you see 3, and it's like, oh, yep, they could do more. So, you know what I mean? It's that kind of case. I think 4 is going to nail it, and I think all, like, Dungeons and Dragons, this movie, they're all very close. Mission Impossible is in July, so it's removed from the rest, but there's a couple of these that are really, really close together. Coming in at number 2, this is where it's going to get really wild for 2 and 1. Number 2 is Fast X. That's right. I mean, it's an obvious thing. If you know me, Fast and Furious, one of my favorite, one of the great film franchises of all time, deserves to be in the Hall of Fame somewhere. But no, I mean, I love them. I love these films a lot. Going into 9, I had watched 1 through 8, and I had my wife even watch them with me. And we got a little bit Mission Impossible. We got a little Fast and Furious out. Maybe her more than me, but no, I love these films. And 9 wasn't all that great. I will, let's be really real here. Even coming from a diehard Fast and Furious, I actually loved 8. I loved 8. In fact, rewatching them, 8 is one of the best ones, hands down. It is. So 9 definitely dropped the ball. 10, and it's either 10 part 1 and part 2, or it's 10 and then 11. I think it was gonna be 10 part 1 part 2, but now it is literally Fast 10, and then next year 2024 is Fast 11. Pretty sure that's what they're doing. I know it's a 2-parter no matter what. So like, I mean, I'm in, obviously, and this is it. This is the grand finale. Now, you've had the director swaps and maybe behind-the-scenes drama, but yet again, that stuff seemingly has always happened with this franchise with Vin Diesel, so we'll see. We'll see if that actually affects it. I don't think it'll affect it because it never really has, at least to my, just normal viewing eye, so we'll see how it goes. And number 1 has to be Scream 6. Anytime, I suppose, unless Pirates, right? Pirates of the Caribbean, but anytime a year comes and a Scream movie is in that year, it becomes the most anticipated film for me. Unless, again, there's a Pirates of the Caribbean with Johnny Depp, that would become number 1 for all of eternity. So, I mean, that's where I'm at. Scream 6, we don't see that much of it, right? As the time I'm recording this, at least, there's just the teaser trailer, but I love it. I mean, it looks really, really good. And 5, I thought, was also really good. I didn't think it was, like, incredible or amazing. In fact, it's actually probably my second least favorite, or however you want to necessarily describe. Like, if I were to rank them, I wouldn't put 5 at least in the top 2, probably even the top 3. I'd put 5 not in that. So, it's coming off of a movie that some people really like, some people hate it, some people were in the middle, a movie that was kind of all over the place. And but I'm still really excited for what you can do for Scream 6. Obviously, there's much more I can say, but I've made like 270 videos on Scream on the main channel, so you can go watch it there if you're into Scream. But there you go. There's my top 10. Transformers, Oppenheimer, Barbie even. Like, there's a couple that would be in, like, an honorable mentions. Not seeing The Flash for Ezra Miller's sake. Not seeing Aquaman because of Amber Heard. So those two, just immediate. If you're wondering where's Aquaman and The Flash, I'm not going to see them. Dune 2 comes out next year. I never saw the first one. Blue Beetle, I'm excited for. That could be an honorable mention. It's a big year. There's probably, top 10. There's probably 15 or so movies I'd say I'm really, and especially like those top, 6, 7, 8 movies. I mean, it's to me, it's a much more filled year than this year. Again, those are kind of like the big blockbusters. Like, I'm not taking into account smaller indie things. And again, that's just how I do it. I'm not going to pretend to be some like film connoisseur that maybe other people are. I'm not like that. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I'll see you all on the next one.